What is your favourite horror film and why?
House at the End of the Street, and because it keeps you in suspense.
And Emma?
Mine is The Uninvited because it has a plot twist at the end of it.
Emma, have you ever seen a horror more than once?
Yes, I have.
And yeah? What one was it, Emma?
It was The Uninvited.
And yeah?
House at the End of the Street.
Okay. How often do you think you watch horror films?
Rarely.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would say not very frequently.
Okay. What is it that makes you scared when watching a horror?
The suspense.
Yeah, I would say the suspense and the sudden movements, suspicious.
And the dramatic irony, I'd say as well.
Yeah.
Cool. What type of scene would you want to see in a horror, Emma?
Crime scenes and
Spooky houses.
Do you prefer it when the same actors are in horrors, or do you feel that they are just repeating their roles?
I feel like they're repeating their
Yeah.
roles. I feel like there needs to be some kind of difference with the actors because otherwise then
It gets boring.
with one film you'll have that character and then you'll just think that it's the same thing.
Fair enough. Do you think horrors are educational films? If so, why?
No.
No, not particularly.
Do you think more horror should be made in England because they're usually more American?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say probably.
Not particularly because I'm a massive fan of American Horror Story, things like that, and I really enjoy the style of horror films.
Anthony, what's your favourite horror film and why?
My favourite horror film is Human Centipede because it sends shivers down my spine, and that's something you like in a horror.
Nina, what's yours?
Mine's Friend Request because it's intriguing and I find it quite relatable.
Anthony, have you ever seen a horror more than once?
Yes, I believe I've seen Insidious a couple of times.
Fair enough. Nina?
I've seen Cabin in the Woods.
Why did you go back to watch the film?
I don't really know. It just appealed to me at the time.
And you, Nina?
What was the question?
Why did you go back to watch Cabin in the Woods?
Because it's I like how it's scary, so
Fair,
it's intriguing.
fair enough. How often do you think you watch horror films, Anthony?
What, like in a yearly basis or
Yeah,
a month?
yearly basis.
Well, I'll watch roughly about one a month, so about 12 a year.
Yeah. And
Good
Nina?
maths.
Probably about 3 times a year.
Fair enough. What is it that makes you scared when watching a horror?
I think it's the music, the soundtrack that plays behind the suspense.
Yeah. And Nina?
Sudden movements and suspense.
What type of scene would you want to see in a horror?
Nina, you go first.
More romance scenes.
Romance
In a
scenes.
horror.
Okay. Yeah, Anthony?
I think more new scenes would be appropriate in
In
a
a
horror
horror.
film.
Yeah, fair enough. What type of... do you prefer it when the same actors are in horrors, or do you feel that they're just repeating their roles?
I don't mind if I like them.
Okay.
I feel it's nice to mix it up a bit, or else you get a bit bored of the one actor in all of it.
Yeah. Do you think horrors are educational films?
No.
No.
In what sense are they educational, so no?
Okay. Do you think more horrors should be made in England? Because they're usually made in
No, I like American England. No.
Because the English are not very good at horrors, they go over the top and start bombing people.
What is the scariest horror you've ever watched? And why?
I think Saw's rather scary.
And
Like-
why?
I just think the bloodshed and the gore was quite amusing.
Insidious.
See, what is your favourite horror film and why?
I don't have one. I don't have one.
Okay, that's fine. Harry?
I don't have one.
Have you ever watched a horror film?
One.
One, and that was?
Orphan.
Orphan, yeah?
Yes.
What horror film have you watched?
Paranormal Activity.
Have you ever seen that film more than once or not?
No.
No?
No.
No. How often do you think you watch horror films?
Never.
Never?
Never.
What is it that makes you scared when watching a horror film?
They give me nightmares.
Right, and why is that?
They just scare me.
Okay.
The Unknown.
Yeah, no. Right. What type of scene would you want to see in a horror?
C.
Scene. Like
Okay. Probably the bits that are the most important.
a... Okay.
Yeah.
People
Alright.
dying.
People dying. Fair Do you prefer it when the same actors are in horrors, or do you feel that they're just repeating their roles?
I feel as if they're repeating their roles.
I kind of prefer it when you have the same characters you can follow along.
Okay. Do you think horrors are educational films?
No.
No? No. Do you think more horror should be made in England? No?
Nope.
No? Alan, what is your favourite horror film and why?
My favourite horror film is Woman in Black because I like the storyline to it.
Connor?
My favourite horror film is Human Centipede because it is pretty naughty.
Okay. Have you ever seen a horror more than once?
Yes, I have. I've watched Insidious 4 times, and I just love the scare it gives me.
Alright, fair enough. And Connor?
Yes, I have.
And why have you done that?
I thought it was pretty funny. So.
Fair enough. How often do you think you watch horror films a year?
A year?
A year.
I watch about maybe 3 or 4 a month, so yeah, about
12 falls.
yeah, 16.
44. Connor?
I'll probably say about 2 a month.
2 a month. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Fair.
24. What type of scene would you want to see in a horror?
I love when chase scenes in films when
Chase
there's
scenes.
maybe a couple that are very very scared, like in The Purge when they're running. I think that's a great scene because it adds good intensity.
Okay, and Connor?
I love a bit of gore.
Cool. Fair
Yeah.
enough, mate. Do you prefer it when the actors in horrors are the same, or do you feel that they're just repeating their roles?
I feel it repeats their roles because obviously horror experience only happen once or twice to one person, so yeah.
And you?
I think it's alright.
Do you think horrors are educational films?
They do not educate you.
And Connor, do you think they're educational?
No, I do not.
Do you think more horror should be made in England?
Yeah, I think England would be a good place. It's always made in America, and I think London would be a lovely place for horror,
Yeah.
or Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, right.
I think it don't really matter.
Yeah. What's the scariest horror film you've watched and why?
It is Insidious 3, and because of the jump scares in Insidious 3 and the creepiness just really got to me.
Dan, what is your favourite horror film and why?
Conjuring 2 because I like it when it jumps out on you.
Fair enough. And yourself?
Well, I like Saw because it was really creative.
Okay. Have you ever seen a horror more than once?
Yes.
Yes. And why did you do that?
Huh?
Why did you choose to watch it again?
Oh, because they're quite interesting but also a bit scary.
And yourself?
I don't watch them very often, so I just don't like them.
How often do you reckon you watch a horror film?
Probably twice a year.
And yourself, Dan?
Probably about 10 times.
10 times. Fair enough. What is it that makes you scared when watching a horror?
And they leave you on a bit of a cliffhanger and then they just jump out on you.
Yeah. You?
They make it really creepy and abnormal.
Okay, fair enough. What type of scene would you want to see in a horror?
Gory ones and people's heads go flying off.
Yeah, and yourself?
More creepier scenes, so like weirder scenes.
Yeah. Do you prefer it when the same actors are in horrors, or do you feel that they're just repeating their roles?
Just repeating their roles.
Same really.
Yeah. Do you think horrors are educational films?
No.
No, not really.
Do you think horrors should be made in England? Or more?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And why do you think that? Because they're usually made in Hollywood. Why do you think they should be made in England?
We've got some creepy places.
Yeah.
Because it'll bring more diversity to it.
What is the scariest horror you have watched and why?
Mama.
And you?
The Conjuring 2 because it was really weird and